Game double top. Hello, everybody. Good Sunday morning. How are you doing here? I'm back. Yes, it's time for more Dawncaster Sundays. The dawn has come, and the monsters are angry, and the creatures of the night have gone to their coffins to sleep, and the adventurers of the day have risen again to once face the evils of the coming apocalypse. And you, my friend, have joined me, Michael Gray of Game Double Tap, to once again do some random character selections and have some fun. Got some news later on, but we're going to get right into it. Couple of cool things might be happening, but I'm not going to say anything yet because I'm not sure if they're going to happen. Big shout out to My Noise for some of the creepy monster sounds that I've added. And of course, check out Dawncaster's community on Discord. They are very kind, most kind, and they are very cool and just really good altogether. But let's go ahead and get started. We'll record for like a good 30-45 minutes and see how far our next class can go. And I also want to send a shout out to the developers. I think one of them reached out to me and gave me some information about how to do some combos. I need to check comments more. Excuse me. Again, I'm bad with comments, but I'm going to get better. But yes, thank you for the tips on how to make combos go off a little bit better. I'm trying to learn how to play my hand. And there are some ways to play your hands where you can make combos happen. So I'm going to try to learn that. Again, it's going to take me a little bit of time, but I really like this game and I'll learn it. So I just got some more, what is it called? Fata shirts or something? I just got some more in-game currency, and I do believe those currencies allow you to unlock content, etc. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So sorry about that.
See the news. Continue. Codex.
Oh, there's a codex here. This is what I was told. The codex allows you to see what the decks and cards names are, and I do believe you can use your screen readers in order to look at the name of cards and stuff. So, you know, Dawncasters is very polished, very clean. The user interface is smooth as silk. So definitely use the codex if you want to learn what cards do and learn about classes. We're not going to do it right now. Maybe there'll be a time when I have time and I want to learn it. For now, I'm still enjoying the majesty of the new experience. Let's
Press
continue.
to continue. Weeping Woods. The Weeping Woods create a natural border between the Shattered Realms and demon-infested Umbris.
Oh, wait, I wanted to select a new class,
The Weeping Woods create a natural border between the Shattered Realms and demon-infested Umbris.
Okay, wait, we gotta do an intro, I think.
The Gilded Summons. 5 periods. 2 weeks after the invasion of Umbris, a series of pamphlets start appearing all over the Shattered Realms. The richly decorated paper invites all adventurers in search of fame, fortune, or absolution to report to the Brightcandle Fortress and join the glorious battle against Umbris.
A speaking rate might be a little fast, right?
Dawncaster.
Give me a second here.
Headings. Audio ducking. Volume. Speaking rate. 60%. Words.
Okay, there we
Character.
go.
Actions. Vertical Headings. Adventure Games folder. Games folder. Dawncaster.
All right, sorry about that.
Direct touch area.
Speaking rate was a little fast.
Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app. The Gilded Summons. 5 periods. The Gilded Summons. 5 periods. 2 weeks after the invasion of Umbris, a series of pamphlets start appearing all over the Shattered Realms. The richly decorated paper invites all adventurers in search of fame, fortune, or absolution to report to the Brightcandle Fortress and join the glorious battle against Umbris.
Yeah, we're fighting Umbris.
Weeping Woods. Your damp cloak hangs heavily over your shoulders, burdened by the rain that followed you on your long journey to the Borderlands. Continue. Weeping Woods. Your damp. Continue. Paladin of the Vigil in the dark distance. A flickering light steps out onto the muddy road. Hail, stranger.
I think
State
we're
your intentions. A
playing
voice
the
calls out to you as the light of his
same
torch
rogue we
reveals the
had
weathered face
before.
of the
I wanna
paladin.
play
I'm here to
something
answer the
different.
summons. I'm here to answer the summons. Paladin of the Vigil. The
Okay,
paladin
let's
nods.
see if we can-
I thought you might be. I pray you know what you are up against. Arcanus. The journey into Umbris is as treacherous as the demons that infest these lands.
Oh, that's right. We chose a new class, Arcanus. Okay, yeah, we're in Arcanus. I don't know what that is, so let's give it a try. I think I started it last time. So this is Dawncaster episode 3. So I think in episode 2 we played a rogue. This is episode 3. We're playing some kind of wizard. So we're called an Arcanus. Arcanus.
Who are you?
Okay, let's get going.
I could use some
All
information.
right, let's go.
Start tutorial. I could use a lesson.
All right, should we do a tutorial?
I can handle it.
Let's
You gain
go.
15 gold. Paladin of the Vigil, very well. Arcanist. The Paladin hands you a small pouch. Consider this an advance on the summons. Now head to Brightcandle beyond these woods. Report to Consul Evelyn. She will have the rest of your pay and your assignment. May the light guide you.
All right,
Leave.
let's get going here.
Lead. Exploration. Use weapon power. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon. Use your weapon power to gain health for every magic action in your deck. Magic cards.
Okay, so this is how you use that to gain
Character info.
that.
Player gold 25. Player health 65. Show deck. Current cards in deck 11.
Okay,
Shocking
let's check
grass.
out our deck.
Uncommon. Magic.
Let's find out what cards we
Shocking
have
grass.
at least.
Uncommon. Magic. Block. Common. Utility. Block. Common. Utility.
Looks like all characters
Force wind.
have block.
Common. Magic. Force
Ooh,
wind.
nice.
Common. Magic. Force wind. Common. Magic.
That's my
Force
basic
wind.
magic.
Common. Magic.
Looks like I do a lot of just
Force wind.
basic magic.
Common. Magic. Force wind. Common. Magic. Surge of intellect. Common. Utility.
That's my
Surge of
buff.
intellect. Common. Utility. Close deck list. Show
All
deck.
right, cool.
Current cards in deck.
We
11.
have a very simple deck. We have 11 cards in our deck. Let's see how these stack up against the
Campsite
monsters.
Abe rested from the perils of adventure. Show deck. Current campsite Abe. Stinger spider spidery limbs reach for you from amidst the treetops.
Shall we take on a spider? I don't know if we're ready for a
Opportunity
spider.
treasure. Traps or treachery await.
Ooh. Are we smart enough to get a treasure?
Settings.
Maybe.
Opportunity treasure.
Let's go for
Traps or treachery await.
Let's go for the treasure first.
Fallen tree. Your path is blocked by a large fallen tree, with dense bushes flanking the path on both sides. Go around.
Okay.
Go around. Fallen tree. As you start to move around the tree, you hear an angry snorting behind you.
Oh, great.
Continue. Continue. Fallen tree. Near the roots of the fallen tree stands a massive boar. It growls angrily at you before charging in
Oh,
your direction.
great. We're going to get owned so bad. I don't think we're ready for a boar, but let's not
Fight.
give up already.
Fight. Show deck.
Let's fight it.
Show deck. Current card. Your turn. Surge of intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus.
All right.
Action. Common.
Let's
Focus.
see how
At the start of
strong
the
this
block.
thing
Block.
is.
Surge of force wind. Neutral. Enemy name. Enemy health 28.
Hey, they have
Enemy
28
energy
health.
0. Enemy hand. Hex. Attack.
Oh, it uses hexes? How is a boar using
Enemy description. This
magic?
beast blocks this path and does not intend to move. Settings. Settings. Enemy hand.
Okay.
Enemy energy 0. Enemy health 28. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2
Wild
damage.
Tux,
Gain 2 chain. Surge of intellect.
boar, okay.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Magic lightning basic attack. Common. Chain. Increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not increase chain.
I'm still trying to learn how to do
Enemy
these
name
chains.
Wild Tusk Boar. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Magic lightning basic attack. Common. Chain. Increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not increase chain. Enemy
try
takes 2
this.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Character info.
Okay, learning chains sounds fun, but okay. Can I continue to chain lightning? Okay, so it's like I'm
Enter.
shooting lightning.
Character info. Surge of intellect. Block. Block. Surge of intellect. Player status. Chain. Stacks 2 increase the damage of the next. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Player status. Chain. Stacks 2 increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not increase chain.
Let's try this again.
Enemy name. Player
No, I
status.
can't.
Chain. Stacks 2 increase the damage of the next action. Surge of intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus.
Okay, so we have
Action.
to-
Common. Focus.
we have
At
to
the start of the
hope
turn.
a
Draw an
card
additional card.
increases
Block.
our chain.
Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Block. Surge of intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus. Character info. Surge of intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus. Action. Common. Focus.
Okay, we
At the
could
start of the
gain
turn.
some
Draw an additional
buff.
card if you have 5 or more focus.
That's really cool. We can build focus to draw
Block.
more cards.
Block. Neutral. Surge of intellect. Block. Neutral 1. Surge of intellect. Player status. Chain. Surge. Block. Block. Surge of intellect. Gain INT.
Let's
You gain
search
1 focus
intellect.
stacks.
We might as well get these focus
Block.
stacks going.
Neutral 1. Block. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Common. Armor. When
Let's
dealt
gain
damage,
a little
you gain 3 armor
armor.
stacks.
We might as well protect ourselves
Player
a
status.
little bit.
Focus. Stacks 1 at the start of the turn. Player status. Armor. Stacks 3 when dealt damage. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Enemy. Player status. Armor. Stacks 3 when dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Player status. Focus. Player status. Armor. Stacks 3 when dealt damage. Player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the Surge of Intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus.
Let's do
you gain
another
1 focus
one
stacks.
of those. Okay, we got another
Block.
focus stack.
Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Act. Character info. Block. Neutral 1. You gain 3 armor stacks. Player status. Focus. Stacks 2 at the start
We
of the turn.
certainly can
Draw
do
an
a
additional
lot
player
of
status.
things.
Armor. Stack 6 when dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Player status. Player status. Focus. Character info. Player status. Focus. Stacks 2 at the start of the turn. Player status. Armor. Stack 6. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Enemy health 26.
Think we're out
Enemy
of
energy
actions?
0. Player status. Player status. Character info. End turn. Player energy. In. End turn. Player energy. In. 1.
In 1. I don't know
End
what
turn.
that means. Let's end our turn.
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Growl. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Fight. You block the damage. Your turn.
Okay, good.
End turn.
Block that damage. Okay, let's get our
Player
new
energy.
cards.
In. End turn. Character info.
Excuse me.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Magic lightning basic
Oh,
attack.
good. Yeah, we
Common.
want that chain. We
Enemy
want that
takes 2
chain.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Force wind.
Okay.
Neutral 1. Deal star 4 star damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain.
Ooh,
Magic
good,
lightning
good.
basic
Oh, I
attack.
get it. I get
Common.
it.
Chain. Increase the damage of the next act.
Let's
Enemy takes 4
do
damage.
that.
You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
I think I understand. Let's keep chain
Force
lightning
wind.
them.
Neutral 1. Deal star 6 star damage. Gained. Enemy takes 6
Ooh.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
Oh, this lightning builds up. This is so cool.
Shocking grasp. Int 1. Deal damage equal to your chain. 6. If you have 5 or more chain, inflict 2 shock. Magic lightning action. Uncommon.
Okay,
Chain.
let's build up.
Increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal star 8. Player status. Focus. Stacks 2 at the start of the player status. Chain. Stack 6. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Enemy health 14.
Yeah,
Enemy
let's
energy 0.
build up
Enemy
the-
hand. Hex. Attack. Enemy player status. Focus. Stacks 2 at the start of the turn.
Let's build
Draw
up
an additional
the
card if you have 5 or more
stacks
focus.
before we pop that shocking grasp. So I think we build up our chain lightning and then we try to do our combo with the
Force
shocking
wind.
grasp.
Shocking grasp. Int 1. Character info. Shocking grasp. Int 1. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal star 8 star damage. Gain 2. I don't have
Let's do
enough
this
energy.
one. Okay, can we shocking grasp now?
I don't have enough energy.
Okay, we got a next turn. We're gonna shocking grasp
Character
and
info.
just kill it.
End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Growl. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Fight. You take 3 damage. Your turn.
I really like this.
End turn.
Arcanus. This maybe, because maybe we're fighting from range,
Character
which is really
info.
nice.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain.
Okay,
Magic
so I
lightning
see.
basic attack.
The chain resets
Increase the damage of the next action
when
by
you draw
Surge of
a new
Intellect.
hand.
Gain INT and 1 focus. Action. Common. Block. You gain 1
get,
focus stacks.
Let's get a little bit more
Force wind.
focus.
Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Block.
Okay.
Neutral 1. Gain 3 arm. You gain 3
Let's
armor
block
stacks.
a little.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 2
do
damage.
our
You
second
gained 1 chain
chain.
stacks. You gained 1 character info. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal star 4 star damage. I don't have enough energy.
Let's do 4 damage. Oh,
Character
we don't have
info.
any more.
End turn. End turn.
Let's end our turn.
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Fight. You take 1 damage. Your turn. Character info. Player status. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2
Let's deal
damage.
2
You gain
damage.
Surge of Intellect. Gain INT and Shocking Grasp. Int 1. Deal block. Neutral 1. You gain 3
Let's
armor
block
stacks.
a little.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. I don't have enough energy. Character info.
Okay, we
End
don't have
turn.
enough.
End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Fight. You take 2 damage. Your turn.
All right, let's keep our
Character
armor up.
info. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Surge of Intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus.
All right,
Action.
I need to figure out how
Common.
my hand
Focus.
plays.
At the start of the
I
turn,
was told
draw
I
an
need to
additional
pay
card if you have
attention
5 or
to
more.
the cards
Force
in my
Surge of
hand.
Intellect. Gain INT and you gained 1 focus
get
stacks.
Now I need to see how many
Force
focus
wind.
stacks I
Character
have.
info. End turn. Player energy. End. 3.
So that's our I think it's our
Show deck.
chain.
Current cards in player health 59. Player health 59. Show deck. Current player energy. End. 3. End turn. Character info.
I need to figure out how to determine. I need to understand how these things build up. The chain lightning is pretty simple. What I need to understand is the focus.
Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Enemy takes 2 damage.
One.
You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Shocking grasp. Int 1. Surge of intellect. Gain player status. Surge. Shocking grasp. Int 1.
Let's do a shocking
enemy takes 4
grasp.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks.
Oh, so shocking grass also builds our
Player
chain
status.
stacks.
Focus. Stacks 4 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have. Search. Player status. Focus. Stacks 4 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have 5 or more focus.
How do you know how many focus you have?
Player status. Chain. Stacks 3 increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Player status. Chain. Stacks 3 increase the damage. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Enemy health 2. Enemy name Wild Tusk Boar. Enemy health 2.
He's almost dead.
Player
Let's
status.
just kill him.
Chain. Stacks 3 increase the damage of the next action by 1. Player status. Focus. Stacks 4 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have 5 or more focus. Surge of intellect.
Okay.
You gained 1 focus stack.
Let's do that. Get a focus stack. I guess when we get enough focus, we'll be towed.
Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Settings.
Yay. Okay, we killed that boar. I do like this Arcanus better than the rogue.
Player goal 25. Character info. Player settings. Player goal 25. Settings. Settings. Player goal character info. Next. You gain 4 gold. Skip rewards.
Oh, I want to see our rewards. No,
Show
no,
deck.
no, no, no.
Player health. Show deck. Skip rewards. Character info. Player goal 29. Orb of fire. Int 1. Deal 1 damage. Inflict 1 burning. Attune to fire. Magic fire action. Common. Burning. At the end of the turn. Take 1 damage per stack of burning. Attune. If you are not attuned already. Attune to a random element. Attunements empower actions that share their type.
No, I don't think I want to turn to fire. I like this lightning. It's so much funner.
Int 2. Remove all your current status effects. Return them at the start of next combat. Action. Rare.
Ooh, this gets rid of my status effects. That could be good if I'm hitting myself with status effects. I like that. It's a rare card
Crossbow.
too.
Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
That's cool if I want to be a frost
Add orb of fire to
mage.
deck.
I don't know
Preserve
which
to
one
deck.
is good. Preserve seems good. Preserve seems good because I can hide my status effects. A little tricky though.
Add frost bolt to deck. Add preserve to deck. Add orb of frost preserve. Int 2. Remove all your current status effects. Return them at the start of next combat. Action. Rare.
That means I'll have them next fight. Ooh. This is nice, but again, it's problematic if I come into a new combat with all kinds of problems. I don't know what to take. Maybe we could play with the Frostbolt for a little bit.
Int 1. Add orb of fire to deck. Frostbolt. Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
I'd rather have Frostbolt.
Add
It
orb of
seems
add
better.
preserve to deck. Add frostbolt to deck.
Let's add Frostbolt.
Exploration. Settings. Opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await.
Okay, should we do for
Player
treasure
goal 29.
or
Opportunity treasure. Stinger spider spidery limbs reach for you from amidst the treetop.
Or a
Opportunity
spider.
treasure. Traps or treachery await.
another
Settings.
treasure?
Opportunity stinger
Let's go
spider spidery
for-
limbs reach for you from amidst the treetops.
Let's kill this spider.
Enemy gains thorns enchantment. Enemy status. Your turn. Enemy status. Thorns. Whenever you shocking grasp. Int 1. Deal damage equal to your chain. 0. If you have 5 or more chain.
Okay,
inflict
let's
2
go
shocks.
find out what this monster can do.
wind. Force wind. Enemy status. Thorns. Whenever you take damage. Inflict 1 bleeding.
Oh, okay. So this creature can give us
Enemy name
bleeding.
Stinger Spider. Enemy health 24. Enemy energy 0. Enemy hand. Attack. Deadly. Enemy description spidery limbs reach for you from amidst the treetops.
So this one's all about poisoning
Enemy
us.
health 24.
He doesn't have
Enemy
a lot
energy
of
0.
health.
Enemy hand. Attack. Deadly. Enemy description spidery limbs reach for you from amidst settings.
Okay, I think we can handle this creature.
Enemy description. Enemy hand. Enemy health. Enemy stat. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Shocking grasp. Int 1. Character info.
All right.
Shocking grasp. Int
Let's
1. Deal
build
damage
up our
equal to your
lightning,
chain.
and then
0.
we'll hit it with
If
shocking
force wind.
grasp.
Neutral. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal star 4 star damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Magic lightning basic attack. Common. Chain. Increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a shocking grasp. Force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
I'm getting bleeds though.
Force wind. Neutral 1. I don't have enough energy. Force wind. Shocking grasp.
Okay.
I don't have enough energy. Character info. End turn.
Let's end our turn.
Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Pincer. You take 1 damage. You take 2 damage. Your turn. End. Character
Okay.
info. Frostbolt. Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain. Magic lightning
let's
base.
do a little frostbolt.
Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy gained 2 frozen stacks. Block. Neutral 1. Force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1
And
bleeding
hit him with
stacks.
lightning.
You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Surge of intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks.
Get our
Player
focus
status.
up.
Bleeding. Stack. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. End turn. Character info. Block. Neutral 1. I don't have enough
Let's
energy.
block. Oh, we don't have enough to block. We gotta remember to keep an ear
Character
out for our
and turn.
energy.
Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Pincer. You block the damage. Venomous bite. You gain 2 poison stacks. You block the damage. Your turn.
Ouch.
End turn.
Ooh, we're taking a little damage
Character info.
here.
Block. New character. End turn. Player energy. Int 2. Show deck. Current card. Player health 56.
Okay, we got 56 health. I know last time we died, we didn't really pay attention to our health much. Just try to
Show
pay
deck.
attention here.
Current player energy. Int 2. End turn. Character info. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. You take 1 damage.
block.
You gain 3 armor stacks. Character info. Surge of intellect. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 focus stacks.
All this damage from poison is
Shocking
really
grasp.
hurting.
Int 1. Deal force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 2
Let's
damage.
do
You
that.
gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. End turn. Character info.
Can we
Block.
shock?
Neutral. Shocking grasp. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks.
There
you
we
gained
go.
1 chain stacks.
Started a little combo. Little
Enter.
combo there.
Character info. Block. I don't have enough energy. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Pincer. You block the damage. Your turn. End
Good,
turn.
we blocked the damage. Oh, we got a new hand here.
Character
Let's see
info.
what we got.
Surge of intellect. Gain Frostbolt. Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost. Force wind. Neutral 1. Force wind. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2
Okay, we
damage.
got a lot of
Gain 2
force
player status.
wind.
Bleeding. Stack 6 when dealt damage. Take 1 additional damage per stack of bleeding. Then reduce bleeding stacks by 1.
Wow. Yeah, we got a lot of bleed
Force wind.
damage coming
Neutral
in.
1. Deal. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gain. End turn. Character info. Surge of intellect. Frostbolt. Force wind. Enemy takes 4 damage.
Let's do
You gained 1
another
chain
one of
stacks.
those.
You gained 1 bleeding stacks. You gained 1
Think
chain
I got
stacks.
him.
Settings.
Yeah, you just gotta keep hitting them with that chain
Settings.
lightning.
Player gold. Character info. Next. You gain 3 gold. Skip rewards.
All right, what
Character
do we
info.
get here?
Player gold 32. Sanguine Screeing. Life 3. Draw 2 cards. Gain 2 bleeding. Action. Uncommon. Bleeding. When dealt damage, take 1 additional damage per stack of bleeding. Then reduce bleeding stacks by 1. Blood. Blood energy. Blood spends your health instead of your energy.
Blood spends your health instead of your energy. That's not bad. So if we want to use blood magic, sanguine, that's pretty cool. Vampire-ish kind of. I don't know if I'm ready to do any kind of vampire
Lightning
stuff.
Shield. Int 1. Gain 3 barrier. At the start of next turn, gain chain equal to your barrier. Attune. Magic lightning action. Common. Barrier. When dealt damage,
Ooh.
take 1 less damage per stack of barrier. Barrier does not fade and can be dispelled. Chain. Increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not increase chain. Attune. If you are not attuned already, attune to a random element. Attunements empower actions that share their type.
I love this card. This is a winner. A lightning shield. Very much
Arcane
love
Barrage.
this.
Int 1. Deal 1 damage. Repeat for each Arcane Barrage you've played this combat. 0. Mergecraft 1. Magic action. Common. Mergecraft. When Mergecraft cards are added to the deck, they upgrade all copies of that card by their Mergecraft value. Arcane Barrage. Deal. Damage 1 damage. Repeat for each Arcane Barrage you've played this combat. Card value. Mergecraft 1.
Okay. A little tricky. So I guess there are some merging of magic, but I think the best choice is the lightning shield.
Int 1. Gain arcane. Add sanguine
Let's
screen
go for
to
that.
Add lightning shield to deck. Exploration. The traveler A stranger approaches on horseback.
Okay, let's have our person-to-person
The
contact
traveler A stranger
here.
approaches on horseback. Campsite A brief respite from the perils of adventure. The traveler A stranger approaches on campsite A brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Let's rest
Campfire A warm
first.
fire. Campfire A warm fire and relative safety offers only a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campfire A
heal
warm
up a
fire.
little?
Remove a card. Heal 20%. Rest.
Okay, we can
Heal 20%.
heal. Okay.
Rest. You heal 13
Let's
health.
rest.
Exploration. Player gold 32. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger. Player gold. Character info. Use weapon power arcane. Show deck. Current player health 65.
Okay,
Player
we're
health
65.
Show deck. Current cards in deck 13.
I don't know if getting that frost card was a good idea, but I like it though. I like the effect. Maybe we'll try to be a frost mage.
Use weapon
down
power
the
arcane
line.
weapon. Use your weapon power to gain health for every magic action in your deck. Character info.
I gotta learn how to get health back from my
Player gold
magic.
32. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger.
So enemies get a random ability, which is really not good. Because if you get the wrong enemy and they get enraged, you get yourself
Healthy
owned.
tusk for this beast blocks this path and does not intend to move.
Okay, I don't want to deal with a healthy
Wild tusk for this beast blocks this path and does not intend to move.
Maybe
The
I can deal
traveler A
with
stranger
that.
approaches on horseback. Settings. The
Let's
traveler
talk
A
to the
stranger
traveler.
approaches on horseback. Stranger on horseback. A man on the back of a horse that has clearly seen better days starts to gain on you. Continue. Continue. Julius Belthorpe greetings. Fellow traveler, he answers, slowing his horse to a trot. We see Julius Belthorpe is not the only one who recognizes an opportunity when they see it.
Now, we do know if we're nice to this guy,
Ignore the
he'll
man.
just leave.
Who is Julius Belthorpe? Greet him back.
Let's
Julius
treat him
Belthorpe back. Some signs of civilization after all. We were starting to lose hope after that man accosted me near the entrance of these damnable woods. Continue. Julius Belthorpe. The man smiles and briefly lifts his pretentious hat. But we mustn't tarry. Profits await, so we bid you good day. Adventurer, do remember the name Julius Belthorpe should you need any supplies in your no doubt well-intended endeavors.
I definitely will
Lead.
let you know.
Lead. Exploration. Player gold 32.
So he's basically a merchant. All right, cool.
Character
Let's
info.
check our health.
Use weapon power arcane. Show deck. Player health 65. Show deck. Current
Okay.
card. Player health 65. Show deck. Player health 65. Show deck. Use weapon power arcane weapon. Use character info. Close character
Let's
panel.
check character info and make sure we have
Copy
our
seed
full
code
health.
A5E4009E. Attributes. Talents. Attributes.
What's our
Talents.
attributes?
Bounties. Veldrin Verxinetti. Arcanist. 1. Bounty. Veldrin Verxinetti. Arcanist. 1. Health. 65/65.
Okay, we're at maximum
Experience.
health.
50/150.
So we need another 100 experience points to
Goal.
level
32.
up.
Weapon. Force wind.
Oh, Force Wind is our weapon. Okay, got you.
Weapon cooldown. 3. Cards per turn. 5. Maximum hand size. 10. Poison damage. 1. Combat fatigue. 0. Fatigue resistance. 4. Imbued by enchanter. 0. Luck. 5%. Additional gold. Plus 0%. Additional experience. Plus 0%. Run duration. 0 hours, 24 minutes, and 54 seconds. Run duration. 0 hours. Additional luck. Imbued fatigue resistance. 4.
Interesting.
Fatigue resistance. 4. Close character panel.
You can, oh, looks like they added, this is really nice, even with direct touch, you can four-finger tap, and you can get to the top of the map to close
Character
this menu,
info.
which I really appreciate the developers doing. Anytime you can add voiceover gestures is amazing. Thank you. All right, so we've already done a little meet and greet with the traveling merchant. We've already fought a spider. We fought a boar. We got a frost spell, and we have a new lightning shield, which sounds adorable. So, excuse me. Let's see if we can get to this. See, we have yet to get to the new city. We have yet to get there. We always die before we get there. So let's try to make it this time. Let's see if we can.
Player gold 32. Enemy aura. Enraged. Healthy tusk for this beast block. Opportunity treasure. Bandit ambusher. I'll take your gold and your life.
Oh,
Settings.
hell no.
Bandit opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await.
Let's go for
Hollow tree
treasure.
trunk, a shimmering reflection in what hollow tree trunk, a shimmering reflection in what remains of a long dead tree catches your attention. Continue. Hollow tree trunk, you look inside and spot various coins glittering between the leaves and twigs.
Ooh. But we're going to get
Take
a
the
monster,
coins.
of course.
Leave the coins. Take the coin. You gain
Let's
12
take
gold.
the coins
Hollow tree
and
trunk,
get
you
with
find
the
12
monster.
gold. Continue.
Sweet.
Hollow tree trunk, as you prepare to leave, you suddenly hear a loud squawking from above as a large black feathered bird descends on you.
All right, we got a
Continue.
bird.
Continue. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains flying enchantment. Your turn. Enemy status. Enraged.
All
Start
right.
of turn.
I guess
Block.
any
Neutral
monster
1.
we
Gain 3
fight,
armor. Action. Comment.
any
Character
monster
info.
we fight gets that enraged enchantment. So we have to learn. Sorry for talking over voiceover. Sometimes I'm still learning how to swipe back to the left to silence it. So there are some things I'm still learning. So I do apologize for speaking over voiceover. But yeah, I'm learning how to not speak over voiceover. I'm learning how to really interact with the interface well, and it's really crystal clear, so it's really smooth. I'm just learning. I'm new to Dawncaster. This is probably only the 4th or 5th time I played it. So it seems that monsters are going to be given an affect or affix or something like that, and you can't avoid it. So, and it just might be just creatures at this point in the world are going to have this affix. So you have to learn to be ready for that. And those affects make them really strong, especially if it's a physical affix. Physical creatures that already have physical affixes that make them stronger get even more empowered when they get these affixes that give them more health or something like that. Because I do remember when we fought the boar on the rogue, we got owned really fairly quickly because the boar had multiple affixes that made it really, really tough physically. So let's hope we don't have that same issue with this crow or feathery blackbird.
Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action.
Let's get our block
You
up
gain 3 armor
first.
stacks. Force wind. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Block.
That's our weapon.
Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Common. Armor. You gain 3 armor
Let's get
stacks.
our... I want our
Force wind.
armor up.
Neutral
Just
1. Force.
Let's
Force
get
wind.
our...
Character info. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Player status. Armor. Force wind. I don't have
Let's
enough
get
energy.
Force-lit up.
Force. Character
Okay.
info. End turn.
Let's enter turn.
Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Caw. You block the damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. Caw. You block the damage. You gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
It's hitting us, still making us bleed. We're blocking the damage
Character
when we're
info.
bleeding.
Surge of intellect. Frostbolt. Surge of intellect. You
Let's
gain
get our
1
Surge
focus
of
stacks.
Intellect up.
Surge of intellect. Gain INT. You gained 1 focus stacks.
Get our
Force wind.
focuses up.
Neutral 1. Player status. Bleeding. Player status. Focus. Stacks 2 at the start of the player status. Bleeding. Stacks 2 when dealt. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. End turn. Character info. Frostbolt. Int 1. Enemy takes 4 damage.
Frostbolt
Enemy
him.
gained 1 evasion stacks.
Ooh,
Enemy
he
gained 4
didn't
frozen
like
stacks.
that.
Player
didn't
status.
like that.
Player status. Focus. Stacks. Enemy status. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger.
Okay, let's hear it
Enemy
about this
status.
bird.
Flying. Gain 1 evasion every time you take damage. Enemy status. Anger. Stacks 1 increases the damage dealt by actions by 1 per stack of anger. Enemy status. Evasion. Stacks 2 when dealt melee damage. Reduce the first damage taken to 0, then decrease evasion by 1. Evasion fades at the start of the turn. Enemy status. Frozen. Stacks 4 reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
I like
Enemy name Sharkle
Frost.
Raven. Enemy health 12. Enemy energy 2. Enemy hand. Attack. Attack. Enemy description beady eyes watch you warily.
Okay, he's just all about physical attacks. He's taking advantage of that buff, and it gets evade when it hits me. It puts bleeds on you, so it's a very effective but low-level creature. I think we're fine. I think we can
Enemy
handle this
stat.
creature.
Enemy status. Anger. Stack. Enemy status. Enemy status. Player status. Player status. Bleeding. Stacks. Player status. Players. Force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Player status. Bleeding. Stacks 2 when dealt damage. Take 1 additional damage per stack of bleeding. Then reduce bleeding stacks by 1. Character info. Player status. Bleeding. Player status. Focus. Players. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Swoop. You block the damage. Swoop. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Yeah, I did notice it's getting
Character
angry.
info. Force wind. Neutral 1. Lightning shield. Shocking grasp. Lightning
Ooh,
shield.
there.
Int 1. Gain
Our
3
lightning
barrier.
shield's ready.
At the start, you gain 3 barrier stacks. You gain lightning shield enchantment. You gained 1 chain
Ooh,
stacks.
love
You
those
gain fire attunement
sounds.
enchantment.
Oh, it attuned me to fire. I don't know what attunement means.
Force
I'm
wind.
learning it.
Neutral 1. Surge of intellect. You gained 1 focus
There,
stacks.
yeah. Focus
Force
up.
wind. Neutral. Shocking grasp. Int 1. Deal. Force wind. Neutral 1. Player status. Force. Shocking grasp.
Let's
Force wind. Enemy takes 2
let's
damage.
force wind it
Enemy
again.
gained 1 evasion stacks.
And then with
You gain- force wind.
shocking grab it.
Player status. Bleeding. Player status. Player force wind. Shocking grasp. Enemy takes 4 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks.
There we go.
You gained 1 chain stacks. Character info. Force wind. Enemy takes 5 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
I love
Settings.
it. I love this chain lightning stack. I love these stacking damages. This is my favorite character so far.
Settings. Player gold 44. Character info. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards.
Okay, let's see what cards this Raven
Character
has
info.
to offer.
Player gold 46. Arcane Lance. Int 1. Deal 3 damage. Free when conjured. Mergecraft 3. Magic action. Common. Mergecraft. When Mergecraft cards are added to the deck, they upgrade all copies of that card by their Mergecraft value.
Okay, so we can craft Arcane Lance. That's very
Dark
cool
Inquiry.
sounding.
Life 1. Foretell 3. Corrupted. Gain 4 health. Scholar. Draw a card. Corrupted action. Common. Foretell. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Put one on top, and the others at the bottom of your deck. Corrupted. 4 or more corruptions are present in your deck. Hand and slash or discard pile. Scholar. Your deck contained 20 or more cards at the start of combat.
Okay, this is tricky. So it's a way of playing around with what cards are going to come up. So it's a fortune teller kind of type of card. Very
Fireball.
intriguing.
Int 2. Deal 6 damage. Inflict burning equal to half the damage dealt. Firecast. Magic fire action. Common. Burning. At the end of the turn. Take 1 damage per stack of burning. Firecast. A card with Firecast is played and moved into the discard pile whenever it gets buried on your turn.
I'm down for this fire. I'm down for the fireball. I know there's some drawbacks. I'm
Add
down
Arcane
for
Lance.
this.
Add Dark Inquiry to add Fireball to deck.
Let's add the fireball.
Exploration. Settings. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start
I'm
of turn.
totally
Gain
fine
1
with
anger.
becoming a fire mage. All right, let's find out what's up there
Healthy
in our
tusk for this
field.
beast blocks this. Enemy player gold 46. Enemy aura. Enraged. Player carrot. Use weapon power arcane. Show deck. Player health 65.
Okay, we're full health. That silly little raven didn't
Show
do
deck.
anything
Use
to
weapon
us.
character info. Player gold 46. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger. Healthy tusk for this beast blocks this. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of that. Wild tusk for this beast blocks this. Settings.
Let's
Wild
go
tusk. Campsite a brief
for...
respite from. Healthy tusk for this beast blocks this path and does not intend
I'm
to
not
move.
dealing
Campsite
with
a brief
that
respite
yet.
from the wild tusk for this beast blocks this path and does not intend
Let's
to
take
move.
on the wild tusk score.
Enemy gains enraged enchantment.
Tusk score.
Your turn. Enemy status. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Gain 2 chain. Chain.
I feel like the
Magic
healthy
lightning basic
boar is
attack.
the boss.
Common. Force wind. Force wind. Neutral 1. Character info. Force wind. Force wind. Block. Neutral 1. You gain 3
Just
armor
gonna
stats.
block up.
Shocking grasp. Int 1. Player status. Armor. Shocking grasp. Fireball. Int 2. Deal 6 damage. I don't have enough
Let's do
energy.
that fireball. Oh, okay, fireball looks like it's
Shocking
a big
grasp.
spell.
Enemy has blocked this attack. You gained 1 chain stacks.
What?
Force wind.
You loser.
I don't have enough energy. End turn.
What's
End
in
turn.
turn?
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Growl. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Fight. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Okay.
End turn.
Okay, he's building up his anger quick.
Character
We need
info.
to kill it.
Force.
Let's find out how much health it has.
Frostbolt. Enemy status. Enemy status. Anger. Stacks 2 ink. Enemy name Wild Tuskboar. Enemy health 28. Enemy energy 0. Enemy
Okay,
hand.
he's got
Attack.
good
enemy
health.
enemy status. Frostbolt. Int 1. Deal. Enemy takes 2 damage.
frostbolt it.
Enemy gain 2 frozen stacks. Force wind. Neutral 1. Force wind. Search of
And
intellect. You gained 1
let's
focus
get our
stacks.
intellect
Force
up.
wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Player status. Focus. Enemy status. Enrage. Enemy status. Enemy. Player Force wind. Neutral. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks.
Hit him
You
with
gained
some
1 chain
lightning.
stacks. End turn. Player energy. Enter. Character info. Force wind. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained
I
1 chain
love
stacks.
this chain lightning.
Player status. Focus. Player status. Chain. Player status. Player status. Chain. Stacks 4 ink. Player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have 5 or more focus.
It's hard to tell how much focus you have. I guess I have to figure
Player
out how
status.
that works.
Chain. Stacks. Enemy status. Player status. Chain. Stacks 4 increase the enemy status. Enraged. Enemy status. Enemy. Player status. Chain. Stacks 4 increase the damage of the next action by 1 per stack. Chain fades if a played card did not. Enemies. Player
there
status.
it is.
Chain. Stacks 4 increase the player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have 5 or more focus. Player status. Focus.
See.
Stacks 1 at the start of the turn. Draw an additional card if you have 5 or more focus.
Oh, there it is. Stacks 1. I guess it tells me I have to pay attention to the information.
Force Wind. Neutral 1. I don't have enough energy. Character. Enter. Player energy. Show deck. Player health 65. Player health 6. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Fight. You take 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Okay, he's building those
Character
anger
info.
stacks.
Surge of intellect. Lightning shield. Surge of intellect. You gained
Let's
1
search
focus
of
stacks.
intellect.
Block. Neutral 1. You gain 3 armor
Let's
stacks.
block.
Force Wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage.
And
Force Wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2
I'm
damage.
gonna build up
Force
my
Wind.
combo.
Player status. Focus. Force Wind. Force Wind. Lightning shield. Character info. Lightning shield. You gain 3
Get that
guardian
lightning shield
stacks.
up.
You gain lightning shield enchantment.
Oh, there
you
we
gain
go.
1 chain stacks. You gain frost attunement enchantment.
Very nice. Oh, good. We got a little frost attunement, so I assume our frost
Character
spells will
info.
do more damage.
Force Wind. New enemy takes 3 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Player status. Force Wind. I don't have enough energy. Character info. End turn. Enemy
All
turn.
right, cool.
End turn.
We're fine.
Enemy playing cards. Growl. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. You gained 3 chain stacks. End turn. Character info.
Okay.
Force Wind. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 5 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
Okay, so I'm now learning how to build up these
Force Wind.
combos.
Enemy takes 7 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain
That
stacks.
combo's getting nasty.
Surge of intellect. Player status. Frost attunement. Your next surge of intellect. Shocking grasp. Int 1. I don't have enough energy. Block. Neutral 1. I don't have enough energy. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Stomp. You take 7 damage. Growl. Enemy gained 1 anger
Ow.
stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Okay. You got off
Character
of me
info.
that time.
Force Wind. Neutral 1. Deal 2 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain. Force Wind. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Settings.
Got him. Very nice.
Settings. Player gold 46. Character info. Next. You gain 3 gold. Skip rewards.
All right, let's see what rewards this little
Character
board has to
info.
offer.
Player gold 49. Frostlands. Deal 2 damage. Draw a card if the target is frozen. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
I like that. If I'm going all frost, that could be really
Prayer.
nice.
Gain holy. Bury a card. Divine action. Common. Bury. Removes the top card of your deck from combat. Holy. Holy energy. Holy can be spent on powerful divine cards. Frostbolt.
Nah.
Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play.
I
and melts
do
away entirely
like
at the end of the
this.
turn.
This tends to be really strong. I do like frost. I'm not feeling a holy. And then there was that first card. Let's go back and
Prayer.
read
If
that
Frostlands.
one.
Deal 2 damage. Draw a card if the target is frozen. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play.
Love this.
And melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
Okay, I think we add 1 frost
Prayer.
lance.
Frostbolt. Add Frostlands to deck. Exploration. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger.
Okay, we're
Healthy
doing
tusk for
good.
this beast blocks this opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await.
Ooh,
Campsite
another
aid brief respite from the
treasure.
perils of adventure. Health
what's
enemy,
her
player
health?
gold. Enemy aura. Enraged. Player character info. Use weapon power arcane. Show deck. Player health 56.
Should we heal? Or are we okay? I say
Show
we
deck.
go
Use
heal.
weapon power arcane. Character info. Player gold 49. Enemy aura. Enraged. Healthy tusk for this opportunity treasure. Trapped. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campfire a warm fire. The campfire a warm fire in relative safety offers only a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Remove a card.
Okay, we can remove a card. I don't think we need to remove any cards right now. I'm happy
Heal
with our
20%.
deck.
Rest. Heal
We can
20%.
rest.
Rest. You heal 13 health.
rest.
Exploration. Player gold 49.
Okay, cool. Does it cost money to heal?
Infested dire while the hairy mass of muscle growls menacingly.
Uh-oh. Nah, I fought him before. He whooped our butt. That dire wolf is
Bandit
tough.
ambusher, I'll take your gold and your life.
This guy is tough too, but I think he's not as tough as
Campsite
the
a
dire
brief
wolf.
respite from the settings.
Okay, who do we take on? The dire wolf or the bandit? Let's deal with the
Campsite
bandit
Avery
first.
Bandit Ambusher. I'll take your gold and your life. Enemy gains first strike enchantment. Enemy status. First strike. Enemy status. First strike. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Low kick. You take 2 damage. Vial of Venom. Enemy gains Vial of Venom enchantment. Your turn. Frostlands.
Alright, he's got poison.
Deal 2 damage. Draw a card of the
we got a
target
nice
frozen.
little assassin.
Search of Intellect. Frostlands. Deal 2 damage. Draw a card.
We'll
Search
save
of Intellect.
Frostlands.
You gained 1
Let's
focus
get our
stats.
focus
Force
up.
wind. Neutral 1. Force wind. Player status. Force wind. Neutral 1. Enemy
get our
takes 2
combo
damage.
going.
You gained 1 chain stacks. Player status. Force wind. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 chain stack. End turn. Character info.
Let's go check out its health.
Neutral 1. Deal star 6 star damage.
Oh,
Enemy
wait.
takes 6 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks.
Oh, I
You
didn't
gained
know I
1
had
chain
a
stack.
third
End turn.
combo.
Character
I
info.
love these combos.
Frostlands. Player status. Frostlands.
Can
Deal
we
star 8
Frostlands
star. Enemy takes 8
that?
damage. Player status. Player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the
yeah,
start of the
that
turn.
Frostlands
Enemy
hit
status.
hard.
First strike. Player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the start of the turn. Drop. Enemy status. First strike. Player character info. End turn.
I
Character
love
info.
those
Player status.
combos.
Enemy status. First strike. This creature attacks. First in combat.
Okay, let's find
Enemy
out
status.
more.
Vial of Venom. Stacks 3. Your next hit inflicts an additional 3 poison. Enemy name Bandit
Okay.
Ambusher. Enemy health 5. Enemy energy 0. Enemy hand. Attack. Attack. Enemy description. He'll take your gold and your life.
You're gonna die really
enemy
soon.
players. Character info. End turn. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Low kick. You take 2 damage. You gain 3 poison stacks. Stab. You take 3 damage. Your turn.
He's trying
End
to
turn.
poison me
Character
to
info.
death.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal. Force wind. Lightning shield. Int 1. Gain 3 barrier. At the start, you take 1
let's
damage.
get some
You gain
barrier.
3 barrier stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gain frost at 2. Player status. Poison. Player status. Player status. Player status. Player status. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after playing a card. Search of intellect. Gain INT. You take 1 damage.
Let's
You
get our
gained 1
focus
focus stack.
up.
Force wind. Neutral 1. Force wind. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Force wind. You take 1 damage.
Hit him with
Enemy
the
takes 2
lightning.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Force wind. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks.
That
You
should
gained
kill
1
him.
chain stacks. Settings. Settings. Player gold 40.
Yeah.
Character info. Next. You gain 2 gold.
Let's
Hit
see
rewards.
what he dropped. Hopefully he dropped something
Character info.
good.
Player gold 51. Call element. Attune to an element of your choice. Magic action. Common.
That's cool. We get attuned to an
Frostbolt.
element.
Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn. Orb of
I
fire.
like it.
Int 1. Deal 1 damage. Inflict 1 burning.
Ooh.
Attune to fire. Magic fire action. Common. Burning. At the end of the turn. Take 1 damage per stack of burning. Attune. If you are not attuned already, attune to a random element. Attunements empower actions that share their type.
Okay, so attunements empower actions that share their type. So we now understand that. I don't know. Do we go for more frostbolts? Do we go for fire orbs?
Frostbolt. Int 1. Call element. Attune to an element of
Or
your
do we
choice.
go for
Magic
the weird
action.
call
Common.
elements? I think we go for the frostbolt because it seems very
Frostbolt.
synergistic.
Int 1. Deal 2 damage. Inflict frozen equal to the damage dealt. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
Okay, let's go for that. I think after this fight, I think I might save. I'm starting to get hungry. My stomach is growling. I did not eat a substantial breakfast.
Orb of fire. Int 1. Deal 1 damage.
I've only had
Inflict 1
coffee
burning.
and I'm starting
Add
to
call element to
starve
deck.
here.
Add frostbolt to deck.
Let's add frostbolt.
Exploration. Set. Enemy aura. Enraged. Start of turn. Gain 1 anger. Player. Use. Show deck. Current player health 55.
All right, we got 55
Show
health.
deck.
We're fine.
Current cards in deck.
Let's go
16.
Let's go for one more battle. I'm really liking this Arcanus. It's really strong and I really like it. Let's go for one more battle and then
Use
we'll
weapon
wrap
power
it up.
arcane weapon. Use your character info. Player gold 51. Enemy aura. Enraged. Healthy tusk for this beast blocks this. Infested Diarrhea the hairy Toxanid something skitters underneath the foliage.
Ooh, something
Settings.
toxic. Let's go for the toxic creature hiding under the ground. Let's kill
Toxanid
this
something
thing.
skitters underneath the foliage. Enemy gains enraged enchantment. Enemy gains first strike enchantment. Enemy gains venomous enchantment. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards.
Holy
Spit
cow.
You take 2 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Block. Neutral 1.
Well, that
gain 3
was
armor.
maybe a
Action.
poor decision.
Shocking grasp.
All right.
Int 1. Deal frostbolt.
Let's go with...
Int 1. Force wind. Neutral 1. Frostbolt.
Let's
You take 1
frostbolt this
damage.
sucker.
Enemy takes 2 damage. Enemy gained 2 frozen stacks. Lightning shield. Int 1. Player status. Enemy status. Player's lightning shield. Int 1. Force wind. Neutral 1. Shocking grasp. Int block. Neutral 1. Gain. You take 1 damage.
Let's put a
You gain
block
3 armor stacks.
on.
Character info. Shocking grasp. Int 1. Deal damage equal. I don't have enough energy.
I
Character
wouldn't have enough
turn.
energy.
End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Lock poison. You gain 2 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
All right. Doesn't seem to be very offensive a creature, but it does love to drop
Character
that poison.
info. Frostlands. Deal 2 damage. Draw
Let's-
a card of the Search of Intellect. Gain you take 1 damage. You
get
gained
our
1 focus stacks.
focus
Force
up.
wind. Neutral 1. Deal force wind. Player status. Poison. Force wind. You take 1 damage.
get
Enemy
our-
takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. End turn. Character info. Frostlands. Search of Intellect. Gain force wind. Enemy takes 4
let's get a
damage.
force
You gained
wind.
1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks.
And we should be able to combo that even higher with the
Frostlands.
Frostlands.
Deal star 6 star damage. Enemy takes 6 damage. Search of Intellect. Gain INT and 1 focus.
Sweet.
Player status. Focus. Enemy status. Enraged. Enemy status. First strike. This creature attacks.
How much
First
health does
enemy
it
status.
have?
Venomous. Inflict 1 poison. Whenever you attack. Enemy status. Anger. Stacks 2 increases the enemy name Toxanid. Enemy health 8. Enemy energy 0. Enemy hand. Hex.
got
Enemy
8
enemy
health.
status. Enemy status. First enemy status. Enraged. Player status. Focus. Stacks 1 at the start of Search of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Player's character info. Player status. Focus. Character. End turn. Player energy. Enter. Character info. End turn.
Send our turn.
Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Lock poison. You gained 2 poison stacks. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. End turn.
Okay, we're doing fine. No dangers.
Player,
Let's check our
player
health.
health 49.
Okay.
Show deck. Player energy. Int. 4. End turn. Character info. Force wind. Neutral 1. Deal character info. Force wind. You take 1 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Force wind. Neutral. You take 1 damage. Enemy
Do
takes
that
4
again.
damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Fireball. Int 2. Deal star 10. Enemy takes 10 damage. Enemy gain 5 burning stacks. Character info.
Oh, that was awesome. Fireball's sick.
Player
That's
gold
nice.
51. Character info. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards.
Okay, let's see what this little creep
Character
has to
info.
offer.
Player gold 53. Siphon magic. Int 1. Steal a blessing from your opponent. Action. Rare. Blessing. A beneficial effect such as regenerate, focus or chain.
That's kind of cool to steal their magic. I love
Cauterize.
that.
Int 1. Gain 4 health. Remove all your bleeding then gain 1 burning. Firecast. Magic fire action. Common. Bleeding. When dealt
Ooh.
damage, take 1 additional damage per stack of bleeding. Then reduce bleeding stacks by 1. Burning. At the end of the turn. Take 1 damage per stack of burning. Firecast. A card with Firecast is played and moved into the discard pile whenever it gets buried on your turn.
I'm still not sure of all the rules, but I do like the ability to get a little
Frostlands.
health.
Deal 2 damage. Draw a card if the target is frozen. Magic frost action. Common. Frozen. Reduce damage dealt by 1 for each stack of frozen. Reduced by 1 for every card you play, and melts away entirely at the end of the turn.
Frostlands is nice, but let's play around with the Cauterize. It sounds kind of
Cauterize.
fun.
Int 1. Gain 4 health. Remove all your
Let's
bleeding then
go
gain
for
1
that.
burning. Firecast. Magic fire action. Common. Bleeding. When dealt damage, take 1 additional damage per stack of bleeding, then reduce bleeding stacks by 1. Burning. At the end of the turn. Take 1 damage per stack of burning. Firecast. A card with Firecast is played and moved into the discard pile whenever it gets buried on your turn.
Or, thinking about it, we could take
Siphon
this
magic.
card.
Int 1. Steal a blessing from your opponent. Action. Rare. Blessing. A beneficial effect such as regenerate, focus or chain.
So tempting. I think we're going to go with the fire card, but the blessing stealing does
Cauterize.
sound
Frostlet.
fun.
Add Siphon magic to deck. Add Cauterize to deck. Exploration. Settings. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surroundings.
Ooh, we found
Sharklow
something
Raven Beak.
else.
Weeping Mother Broodslayer.
Ooh, there's so
Settings.
many weird monsters. I think it's time
Weeping
to
Mother.
save.
Sharklow Raven. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its player gold 53. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surroundings. Sharklow. Weeping Mother. Settings.
Yeah, I think we're going to stop right here. All right, well, that is it for our Sunday morning Dawncasters. Thank you very much for joining me. This has been very fun. Love the sounds. I think I've integrated my noise really well with Dawncaster's wonderful soundtrack and BGM and sound effects. Having a good time. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Michael Gray. This is Game Double Tap, the channel that describes absolutely everything. And if you'd like to hear more of this content, please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn your notifications to all by double tapping. Double tap, right? And if you'd like even more content, I have several playlists, which are really fun. I have a ton of card strategy games. I specialize in card battlers and card strategy games, so check out my other playlists. I've got some cool stuff to entertain you. But thank you very much. As always, the way you support developers are to pick up their games, purchase their content, and rate them highly in the App Store. And they will definitely appreciate that. And of course, mention Game Double Tap and myself. Again, that is it for us today. I'll see y'all again next Sunday on our Sunday Dawncasters. And until then, keep your magic close, your fear low, your anger controlled, and balance the magic in your hands, young Arcanus. And I will hear you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.